Hmm.
Hello, welcome.
Hello. Hi.
Thank you so much for coming. Please
Oh,
introduce yourself.
thank you for asking me. It's a pleasure. My name is Sarah Friday. I have a music project band called Girl Friday.
Yes. Okay. Well, I want to jump into questions because I know that you have been on a hiatus, so there's lots to share. So, how or when did you begin to respect yourself as an artist, both like creatively, musically, and
So it's kind of a complicated question. If you would have asked me 5 years ago, I probably would have said when people started listening to my music or like radio started playing my music or people started buying my artwork. But after some looking at that, I think I really started respecting myself as an artist, like as a very young person. You know what I mean? Where there's no rules and like what you do is create and it feels okay and there's no molds or ideals put on you yet as to like you should do this and this is what you have to do to make money and this is how you have to survive. Just that like raw creating to be happy. Do you know what I mean? To just like express something that you might not even understand yet. And I think over the years, it's always been a common denominator for me, the creating. And then somewhere along the line, it got kind of twisted. You know what I mean? Like, whereas we have to make money to survive in this world. And I feel like a lot of times I let myself be defined by like how much I was making. Like that was what my self-worth was. Do you know what I mean? By what kind of money or financial thing I was getting. Obviously, not a healthy mindset, but it's something that I went through. So, and then after like getting a little bit older, just having a little more life experience, letting myself settle down a bit, which sounds kind of like a dirty word, settling down, but it's not. I think I'm still learning how to respect myself as an artist. Do you know what I mean? Because it changes. It has changed through every part of my life as to either why I'm creating, who I'm creating for, if that goes, it's a constant question for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, am I respecting myself today? Like, sometimes it is a day to day thing. Like, there's days where I feel like the most confident woman in the whole world. And then there's other days where I'm like, I have nothing to give.
wow.
And I try to listen to that. Like, if I feel that way, it's time for rest, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that sounds super holistic. And must point out for the audience that once again, a rock goddess has arrived with her altar. Of course. I think it's interesting that it's something that like you have seen change over time, like the way that you respect yourself as an artist. Can you talk about like how it felt when you were, let's say, um, 20 or 30 or now?
So I think at 20 was the kind of the middle of a very self-destructive part of my life. Um, whether you mix in childhood traumas, this and that, like I was self-destructing at that point. So a lot of the things that I was creating was from that angst. You know what I mean? And by then it was mostly painting or watercolors or just writing poems. Music was not a prominent thing in my life at 20 years old. It was as a young child, and then I kind of set it aside for a little bit in my late teens, early 20s, and kind of like focused on that self-destructive lady that I chose to be at that time. So 30 years old came around, I feel a little more sure of myself, and like music became more accessible to me. I end up It's a very cliche kind of thing. I was dating a guy, a musician, and he was it became more accessible to me. I was like, I can do this. I can become more serious. And I was kind of told that, you can try, and like, but you're not as good as maybe you think you are.
Yeah,
And that just set something off in me as like, yes, I can. Like
yeah,
anything you can do, I can do better kind of thing. And again, not always the most healthiest of mindsets, but it did lead to me having more confidence and more of that respect for myself as an artist because I did things and there were outcomes and they were good. And I was proud of myself. But it comes from that, always comes from that angst, that angst somewhere.
I love that point that you made about how you basically, when you say it became accessible, it means that like the gatekeepers like let the gate open a little bit for you.
And I snuck in. I was like, what?
Yeah, they didn't want to open it up. They told you, well, you can try, but we don't think that, and like you should be proud of your outcomes because your music is great. And
Thank you.
yeah, and um I don't know. I don't know if cliche is the word, but I'll tell you, as I like studied biographies of all these women who have been doing rock and roll for all this time, it was always there was like one guy that was like, "Oh, I left the key to the gate under the mat," and the girl just grabs it and breaks in. And so it's like, yeah, a guy helped like a girl get into like a space where she was allowed to try to record or allowed to try practicing with other musicians. And like the reason I think that we don't see a lot of girls able to do it without that gatekeeper moving out of the way is because the pool of girls that are allowed to even try to do it is so much smaller that your odds are
Agreed.
automatically going to be fewer. You're going to have less opportunity because there aren't other girls to be like, no, jump over the back of the fence over here, or whatever. It's just
With the
not,
little treasure map, with the little treasure map
yeah,
of
the
where to
treasure
get in the
map.
gate.
Yeah, show me where the sea stars are and stuff. So yeah, those are, I think, like, I don't know, it's just it's very very often like how people can, like, even the Runaways were put together by that creepy old man, but he
Yeah.
the gatekeeper that left the key out for the girls. And then we have
Mhm.
Lita Ford and Joan Jett as a result of that.
Yes.
So
Amazing talents.
yeah, I mean, and that's like just one of the many, many, many stories of like guys just deciding to be nice and let girls play. So
And some of us stomp our feet hard enough,
yeah,
and it happens.
this is
You
my
know,
fucking playground too. So, anyway, what's your favorite piece of gear that you own?
I'm maybe this is a boring thing, but I have this Williams. I'm looking at it. That's why I have this Williams keyboard. It's a cheap keyboard. It's like $100. I got it like maybe 10 years ago, but it's my everything. It's like I wake up and like that's how I turn on my brain is I play the keys. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna aim the thing at it here.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know
I
if you
got
can
a
see
keyboard.
like the notes written on
Yeah.
it. But it
Wait.
makes it so much better for like improvising.
Yeah, I have to show you just to make it more normal. Now that everything is stuck together, of course. Hang on. Because I'm a clumsy girl. This is true about me. I do trip a lot. It's not the heels, it is me. And I'm not. So anyway,
Nice.
this was my first. Sheesh. This was my first like acoustic bass I bought, and I was
Yeah.
used to playing this fretboard, and I was like, I just, yeah, I sharpied it on there just like you.
hmm But it does something. It lets your brain, like a part of your brain, work on something else. I don't
Yeah,
know if that makes any sense. Like if you're like, oh, this is where I go, but now this other wavelength is open for whatever,
this is a
open
part
for
of the treasure map.
receiving.
Yeah, it's a part of the treasure map. Like, I hope that there is some girl watching this now who's like, I'm gonna sharpie on my fretboard
hmm
now. Go
There
for
is
it,
no
girl.
shame in it. There's
Do
no
whatever
shame in
works
it.
for you. Yeah, no shame at all. Just, the outcome is what we're worried about. I don't care how you get there. So
And even this keyboard, and then on a little deeper thing, it's just like it saved my life. Like there's days where like there's things that are going on that I can't talk to anybody, but like I can talk to my keyboard and like I'm saying something with it like a secret. and that nobody else can relate. Like they might be able to feel it, but they don't know exactly like what my secret is, right? But
Oh,
like it's a thing. It's really a thing. It's my little connection to beyond. I don't know, but
yeah.
all I know is that it makes me feel better, and that like I don't know. It's my baby.
I love that. I love that your favorite gear has nothing to do with like a brand name or anything. It's like a diary of a keyboard. That is so
It's
special.
a tool. It's a very very important tool in my life.
When I start like a hard rock cafe for like women's memorabilia, I'll make sure
Yeah.
if you're still using that. Only joking. Never let it go. Okay.
No, even when it doesn't work anymore, it's probably
Thank
gonna
you for
stay with me.
the beautiful sculpture.
Exactly.
If you could play a tour with any three bands alive, who would you play with?
So this one was super simple for me. First one is I'll say it, it's cliche, I don't even care, is Joan Jett. The second one would be Dolly Parton because Dolly Parton, she was the first girl rock goddess I ever, do you know what I mean, came into contact with. I remember her performing with Kenny Rogers and singing Christmas songs, and Dolly could do everything. She could play her acoustic guitar with her long ass nails. Like I'm still in awe of things like that. She's so talented and so sweet. And then the last one would be Veruca Salt. Very formative in my angsty teenage years,
Oh,
but I love
that's
Veruca
cool.
Salt. Veruca Salt.
Okay. I actually don't know who that is, so I'm excited to go look it up.
Oh, they had a really popular song in the 90s called Seether. Can't wait to see them. They had like a couple more albums come out, but I think they're one of the coolest like all girl bands.
Oh my god, I will totally check them out. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Another like bunch of rock goddesses for my big pink scroll, which I really have to like open up in this room somewhere. Okay. Well, that Dolly Parton, Joan Jett, Girl Friday. I love this lineup already. I would definitely go to that show, and I know a bunch of girls who would also go. Um, if you could, looking back, what is a decision you made that turned out to be a great choice?
Oi. I guess this is going to be like a blanket thing, but there are some specific things. I think anytime I make the decision to walk out of my comfort zone, when I'm physically afraid, not like in like safety, you know what I mean? Not afraid like for my safety, but like, making that decision like I can do this, but I'm scared, and I do it. Anytime that I've ever done that, whether it be sending in music I recorded, whether it be letting someone listen to my music for the first time, whether it be moving, whether it be changing careers, anything that I've always gone out of my comfort zone, and like even if I failed, it was like at least I know like you know what I mean, that I failed. It's like it's not like a what if. Oh, I wonder what have happened if I did that. Like no, I did it, and now I know, or now I'm continuing to be successful in it. So like I can't get too specific, but like yeah, any big decision is always something out of my comfort zone.
That is such an important message for, I think, everyone working in music right now. When I say everyone, I mean girls.
Mm.
So I don't think any guys are ever gonna watch this YouTube, and if they do,
My son will.
we will.
Also, the guy I
Okay.
know a guy that I'll play guitar with. They'll watch it, but
Oh, okay. So we got some cool guys out there. I like
we've got
that.
some supporters. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I know that there are some. I just like teasing them. They deserve it. So anyway, it's a really good message about like shooting your shot and taking a chance and playing to win. Um, like not to talk about myself too much, but it does happen in
No,
music.
please.
When I got the show at the Louvre, it was because I found out that this gallery was going there and I saw what kind of work they had and I was like, I wonder if they would like my art. I had been compiling a folder on my computer, my 8 to 12 portfolio. It's like when I have 8 to 12 pieces that I think are like really good and cohesive, then I'll start sending it. And my portfolio had 8. And so I sent it, and they were like, "Ooh, like this is really different, and we really like it. Yes, we do want you to show with our gallery at the Louvre." And I was like, "You gotta shoot your shot, man."
That's so cool. That's so I watched that play out. That was so cool to watch.
You
You get it showing at the Louvre. I was like, yes.
Thank you for watching that adventure too, because I've like we connected online. I know that we have mutual friends, but um, like you also watched the construction of the temple to the rock goddess, and you were like very actively encouraging me
Mhm.
to put it together, and that meant a lot to me. Like you were one of the most supportive people while I
Well,
was.
I love that. I love watching people take their chances, shoot their shot. I know what that feels like. I know how satisfying it is. And if you've ever, I'm gonna get a little tear. I'm getting a little tear. If you've ever been to the Louvre, I know you have, but like for anyone watching, like when you go to the Louvre, it's like it's church. Do you know, to me it was like it's like church. Do you know what I mean? There's something holy about it. It has a whole different energy in the air, so to be able to create something and have it hung in this church is just like blown away. Congratulations. I love it.
I
Love it.
Yeah, had to like talk myself into like not getting a shitty hostel in Paris that was like 30 minutes away in a taxi and just like getting the nice hotel that I could walk to the Louvre.
Yes.
And I was like I had to like consult my like dead ancestors if it was okay to
Mm,
do that.
of
Like
course, to celebrate your triumph. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? To celebrate something that you did. Like I really hate the fact that a lot of us women have to like we have to ask permission to ourselves like extra times to like celebrate. Do you need to celebrate and to like go above and beyond for ourselves? Like we might congratulate other people in a huge loving way, but what about us? Like our own selves. It seems selfish, but like it's not. It's not. You
that's
have to
deep.
celebrate those things.
Oh my
I'm
god.
a deep girl. I'm a
This is
deep.
my deepest interview so far. I thought I was going to be all giggles forever. Now I'm getting thanks and stuff. Oh man. Okay. Are there any announcements that you have for us?
So I guess my announcement is I'm coming out of my hiatus, which means that I'm gonna start writing songs and releasing them again. I've written a bunch of songs. My last breakup, it always kind of like revolves around a breakup or angst, but like he was such a narcissist that I didn't want to put out any songs so he could be like, that was about me. I didn't even want him to have that. And I know that's such a crooked, weird place to come from, but like that's where I was coming from, and that's what needed to make me feel better. But like I'm not even gonna give you that. Like, she read that about me. I'm an asshole. But no.
Yes.
So I'm finally feeling me again and like more empowered and ready to create with the people I care about again. So I have a close friend who wants to make music, so I'm gonna use that opportunity and we're gonna
Yeah.
do
Oh my god, that is so funny. Oh my god. Okay, so the giggles are back. Oh,
it. They are. Sorry, I brought it way down, bring it way back up.
yeah, you've got the rock drama. Okay. Oh my god, I can't believe it's already like the last question. Sad. This always happens at the end of the interview. I like hate that it's over.
This is
Where?
a good thing though. It's a good thing, right? Not that it's over, but that like you're sad that it's over. That means you're enjoying your interviewerness.
It is
Sorry, I
fun.
try.
Well, I don't feel like I have to like try hard to do this. It's just like, hey, I want to talk to you about your cool stuff.
And that means something. You know what I mean? Like that is very, very important. The ease.
It's
It
still
truly is.
It's so easy. I didn't know that like this was a part of like my stuff. But anyway, back to you though. Where can we listen to your music, see your art, order your baked delights, follow what you do, or see you play live?
So live, you're gonna have to wait a little while. You can always follow what I'm doing on Instagram. I have been extremely private lately, but my Instagram is open. It's Girl Friday NJ, GRRL Friday NJ. That's my Instagram screen name. I only sell to private collectors. So if you are interested in buying any type of painting, contact me through my Instagram. I have a little thing I do. So if you're interested, do that. Um, as for my baked goods, can I say what industry I work in?
People can DM you.
Okay, gotcha. My I I specialize in a certain kind of baked goods, so you can also GM me about that. What else? Oh, I'm on Spotify. My music's on Spotify, Girl Friday, GRRL Friday. Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, what's all of them? Amazon, any of the streaming services, you can absolutely find me. Sirius XM radio, channel 26, Little Stevens Underground, usually on Sunday nights. Rodney Bingenheimer usually plays my songs.
Oh my
Love
god.
that guy. Yeah, so love that guy. That was one of those chances I took. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna send in my songs. And I released 7 songs. He's played 6 of them.
Oh my god.
So that's like my little treasure.
That's that's
That's my
amazing.
treasure.
Yeah, my that's actually just really fucking cool. Like to get on the radio these days is a different achievement than like a lot of plays on Spotify because it's a curated moment
Mm-hmm.
instead of and like also like DJs on the radio get tons of music introduced to them, and so that's so amazing. I did not know that. Thank you for telling us.
Yes, and not just Rodney being the on the same station. There's a she has a TV or excuse me, a TV show on the radio. She has a show on Sirius XM, same channel. Her name's Genya Raven. She was the lead singer of Goldie and the Gingerbreads, one of the first rock goddesses in my opinion. And she's played my song before and has always been like that huge support and like you're killing it, keep going. That was just like beyond whoa. Like maybe I should keep writing songs.
Oh wow! When you play in Atlantic City, do you have a favorite place that you like to play?
So I haven't ventured out in Atlantic City yet. I go out and I watch shows and I've been like I said, I've been kind of private lately, a little introverted, but there's the Anchor Rock Club, great place to see shows. In my opinion, one of the only places to see shows in Atlantic City. It's got a great feel. It's not a huge venue, but it's a lot of good people, always a great crowd.
The I think the only venue I've been to besides like the Hard Rock Hotel is the Stone Pony.
It's in Asbury Park. It's a
Oh,
little bit further north,
all right. Yeah.
but still the shore, still the Jersey Shore.
Yep. It's super easy to get over there from Philadelphia. We have that direct train, so
Yeah,
don't
I'm
let
not
me.
far from the stops.
Really? Don't let me. Okay, well, I'm gonna come to it. I'm coming to Vancouver. I'll see you there. Let's go surf.
Hmm.
Surf those New Jersey waves.
Hmm.
Anyway,
I have an extra board if you need it, so you don't have to take your own.
that's what we're gonna do. That's amazing. Oh, that's gonna be so fun. Heck yeah. Okay, now it's time for our game. Let's see what I knock over.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about the game.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna have 5 rounds, and they're all lightning rounds. And I'm gonna hold up 2 things, and you have to pick
Okay,
one.
okay. Stevie Nicks.
Pick Stevie Nicks, everybody. Wow.
I went for the Stevie Nicks hair today.
You do have kind of
I was
Stevie.
trying to the
Okay.
curl.
And then
we're going with Cher.
Dark lady, locked and dancing.
Even though I feel like I do have a little connection with Janis Joplin, I used to live down the street from where she passed.
Oh wow, that's actually amazing. Oh Jana,
May she rest in peace.
I know, and it's an amazing. One of the cool things that came out of the Temple of the Rock Goddess, that timeline that everybody made together of like big moments in rock and like when albums were released. I wasn't. It wasn't really clear for me until we did that who Janis Joplin's contemporaries were. She was right in there with early like blues rock. And I didn't realize that. I always thought it
Yeah.
was later, but she really was. Yeah, anyway.
I never knew she was white either. Like her voice, she sounded like I remember being young and being thinking it was like almost like Motown. Do you know what I mean? She just has such a huge voice.
Mm-hmm. Totally. That's why I was confused too.
Mm.
Joan Baez.
Is that is that Loretta Lynn?
Yeah.
Loretta.
Are you gonna go with
Oh,
Loretta?
can I pick both?
No.
No. I'll take Loretta.
I feel like I feel like Loretta, of the music that I'm familiar with, is actually the most similar to the music that you made. I would say, yeah, maybe like a cross between Loretta and Joan Jett.
I'll take it. I'll take it 1,000 times
Fans of
over. Thank
Loretta
you.
Lynn and Joan Jett, listen to Girl Friday. Okay, last round. I don't know if you noticed that I've been like trying to pair albums with similar cover art, but this one is
Yeah.
similar.
Oh.
Happened.
I have to go with Stevie. I have to go with Stevie.
I kind of was like, oh, I shouldn't put two Stevies in the same.
No, it's funny because until like I got on the thing with you, it's still in my head. I have that one Fleetwood Mac song, "Because you'll never get away from the woman that loves you." It's been in my head all day.
Oh, she's such a hit maker, and
Mm,
like it's funny how many times she actually has been coming up in the interviews. Oh my God, that's it. Sad, but actually it's very sad. But
yes,
anyway, thank you for coming on the
yes.
show. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that I got to have you on here and learn more about you.
Thank you for inviting me. This is a breath of fresh air from my normal everyday things right now. So this is
Yeah.
exciting.
Bye, dear.
Miss you. See you soon. Bye.
AC.